Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Mount & Blade Warband with Rose. Now, as you're probably seeing, things have advanced quite considerably since the last time you saw me. I decided to do some off-camera stuff just because a lot of the missions I was doing weren't that interesting. So it was just going to be more of the same. Me playing delivery boy and occasionally killing some bandits. So I went off and did some random missions, and we have a good deal bigger force now. I'm up to 47 men, some of whom are actually fairly experienced, so get out there. I also have 3 companions in my party right now, one of whom can't ride a horse just yet. Unfortunately. At least I don't think he can. No, he has 0 points in horsiness. We also have a bunch of men from all over. The majority are Swadians, of course, because of the restriction I imposed on myself only being able to recruit in a certain area of Swadia until we hit 50 renown. I do have some that are Vaegyars, and I'll explain how that fits in a moment. But, in fact, I'll explain it now. One of the jobs I took was, well, several of them, in fact, were the Nords, where I got, like, a handful of missions to go provoke a war with the... what are they called again? Oh yeah, the Vaegyars. So I went off, murdered some peasants, and raided and looted a whole bunch of villages repeatedly. I've been basically hopping into Vaegyar territory and looting a village or 12 every now and then because I have no intention of ever doing anything friendly up in Vaegyar territory. Basically, because we kept getting all those jobs from the Nords to do bad things to the Vaegyars, I just decided they would become my butt monkey and I would raid them massively to get some money early on. Because the only relationship we're probably going to have with them is that they may eventually distract the Khergit Khanate by going to war with them, which may give me an opportunity to do something about it. That's as far as we're gonna get, probably. That's as far as we're going to get. But my large army is not the only thing that's changed. I've made some fairly massive upgrades to my equipment. We're now sporting a thick, large marble Valsgarde helmet, 52 head armor, plus 2 to our head armor bonus thing, a thick white Nordic mail shirt, D1 body armor, 16 leg armor, crude dark greaves, 32 leg armor, thick scale mittens, 6 body armor, a thick medium red wooden shield, which I wanted to get a better shield than this, but all the better ones require shield skill of 3 or 4, and I'm still only on shield 2. And we have a balanced Vaegyr longsword. It can be either two-handed or one-handed. That thing's been proving its worth against sea raiders and tundra bandits mostly, as I finally got up to the point I can take those guys on. We also have a maul, which serves one singular purpose: knocking people out so that I can sell them into slavery. And I have this thing, basically just a better lance. I have a decent amount of food right now, and if you're wondering about that horse right there, that's for Edwin here. That's the horse I'm going to give him once he levels up and I can give him some horsey skills. I've been going around gathering companions. whenever I find them. And I know there's a couple up in the Nord territories I wasn't able to get at the time because of the fact that when I ran across them, my party was full and I didn't want to get rid of anyone. But there is one more thing I would like to show you. Well, one of two, really. It's our budget. Because I used a bunch of the money that I got off of my looting and raiding in the villages to buy myself a couple of enterprises. So I have an oil press in Durham and a dye works in Uxal. Meaning that my army, as it is right now, is currently self-sustaining, and I'm actually turning a profit. A very tiny profit, mind you, and one that will disappear the moment I make basically any upgrades to my forces, but I am turning a profit now. And what I'm doing down here in Praven is I've basically been wandering around in the territory of Swadia, finding lords I can do jobs with, because I want to get to a point where they'll offer me a mercenary contract so that I can work for the Swadians as a mercenary on their payroll, because Swadia, if we go to the Sovereign Relations report, they are basically always at war. Currently, Swadia is at war with the Khergits and the Roadhawks, and they've previously been at war with the Serenids as well, and the Vagyars. Literally, I think the only faction Swadia hasn't been at war with, at least once during this campaign, has been the Nords, and that's because they do not share a border. Wait, scratch that. Apparently they have been at war because they have a truce. And you can't have a truce, I don't think, if you haven't been at war. So apparently they have been at war at some point with the Nords. So yeah, Swadia has been at war with literally every faction, so for a mercenary contract and being able to have plenty of lucrative targets to go raiding and stuff after, Swadia is a nice pick. Other than that, the Magyars and the Nords are constantly at each other's throats. So if I wanted to join up with the Nords as a mercenary, that would also be an option. But their wars don't seem to last very long, and they're just sort of there for a little bit, and then the war vanishes, essentially. They bash at each other for a little bit, and then make peace, rinse and repeat every couple of years, it seems like. Well, I say every couple of years. Every couple of months is more accurate, given the length this game's been going so far. Other than that, the Rodox and the Serenids and the Khergits are always going at each other's throats, so very warish faction, very warish game we've got going on. As you can see, 49 renown, and out of all the raiding and provoking wars I've been doing for the Nords against the Magyars, I have a little bit of a dishonor problem going on right now. But enough of that. It's time for us to bugger off and find a lord we can do some task for. So I'm just basically going around to random castles, getting jobs and such. What we're doing right now. I kind of don't bother with anything. I kind of don't bother with doing anything for the village leaders anymore, because those jobs are just really pathetic. And you don't get much of a reward. It's just not worth it at the moment. Yeah, I'm constantly getting quests to attend tournaments, but I cannot be bothered. I really cannot. Because tournaments, as they are in Flores, I find a little bit irritating, and just don't want to bother with them. The truce between the Nords and the Swadians has expired. Oh wait, the two do share a border. I just didn't realize it because I am a bit of an idiot. That explains it. Oh joy, the Lord isn't here. Forest bandits be manhunters. Well, they are doing their own thing right now. I don't need to bother with that. I'm just going to go visit the various castles. Let's see if I can. I can offer you a contract for 1 month, and at the end of this period it can be extended on a monthly basis. An initial sum of 500 dinars will be paid to you to seal the contract. After that, you'll receive wages from King Harless each week according to the number and quality of the soldiers in your company. Still have your rights to battlefield loot and salvage, as well as any prisoners you capture. War can be very profitable at times. And how much will you pay me for my service? Let's get right down to the important matter. Cold hard cash. How much profit are we going to make? Oh, that's what he's saying right there. Can I fly my own banner? Only noble vassals of King Harless have the honor of carrying their own banners. But after some time, perhaps you can earn the opportunity to swear homage to King Harless and become his vassal. And I don't think we'll be able to hold on to any castles. Take as a mercenary. Not that I plan to take any castles, mind you. So that's a no. Only vassals can hold lands and castles. And not many duties, he says. Declare our allegiance, oath of loyalty to their cause, and fulfill certain responsibilities. Participate in military campaigns, fulfill any duties given to you by your commanders, And most of all, you shall attack the enemies of our sovereignty wherever you might find them. Well, that sounds excellent to me. This is in fact the sort of job I was very much looking for. This is going to be quite profitable, I do believe. I wish to enter your service as a mercenary. Perfect. Of course, you shall have to make a formal declaration of allegiance and give your oath that you and your company will remain in service to the Kingdom of Swadia for a period of no less than 1 month. As you wish, then. Your enemies are my enemies. At least as long as you keep paying me. That will do. You've made a wise choice, my friend. The Kingdom of Swadia does well by its loyal fighters, and you will receive many rewards for your services. The Khergits and the Rodaks don't like us as much for that. Now I suggest you prepare for a serious campaign. Train and equip your soldiers as best you can in the meantime, and respond quickly when you are summoned for duty. Okay, I'll be going then. Yeah, that really pissed off the Rodaks and the Serenids, it seems. Because we swore a mercenary we signed a mercenary contract with their enemies. To be fair, though, I didn't see either of them sending me a counter-offer or anything. My sword is very much for sale, after all. If they wanted to buy my services, they should have acted first. See, Count Tredian sends word he wishes me to join his new campaign. Bring at least 8 troops to the army. Where is Count Tredian? Berglin. Okay. Let's join up. I would have liked to see how that Serenid Castle was doing, and if I could manage to take it somehow. But maybe assaulting castles as a mercenary is not my best choice. If we're being totally honest. It's probably not. Oh shit. There's a Rodak raiding party. Count Tredian. Where is Trediweddy at? Yeah, we have a Rodak army of 300 men running roughshod around here. Count Granwed, maybe he can point me to Tredian. Between Nomar and Serendia. I don't know where either of those places are. So let's check. So right down there. Sensible, I suppose. He seems to be moving towards enemy territory with the Rodaks. Let's hopefully find him. That is the Sultan's. It's there. Those bastards are trying to follow me. So those ones. Would you guys do me a solid and quit trying to chase me down? Okay, Marshall. Let's see, Count Tredian is the one we're after. There he is. Laying siege to Valuka. Makes sense. Do I know you? My name is Rose, at your service, sir. I believe you sent for my company? Ah, you have arrived at last, Rose. We've been expecting you. I hope you brought with you troops of sufficient numbers and experience. I have indeed. I have a good company of hardened soldiers with me. We are ready to join you. Excellent. We'll be moving soon. Now, you are a warrior of sound judgment. We trust you will do what is necessary to support our campaign. I do not require you to remain close at hand, and I will not count it against you if you believe your forces would be of better use elsewhere. But if you do choose to remain with me to support me in battle, that would be appreciated. I may also have additional tasks for you to perform. Well, let's see if he does have anything. In fact, I think I'm going to go and earn my pay as a mercenary. Time for loot and plunder. Sorry, Rhodox, but I did sign a contract to support the Swadians, and you're currently at war with them, so yeah. Also, Count Tredian needs a word. Just let me finish. Okay. I was going to just move ahead to where we meet up with the Marshal, but I've run across some farmers being attacked by Rodark forces, so I will try to help them, I think. Surrender or die. We have 47 men to their 35. I have a slight numerical advantage here. 1 charge. The game's telling me the odds are basically even. Not too fond of even odds. I like having the advantage, but this battle could get me quite a bit in terms of plunder and troop experience, so in that vein, at the very least, I think it's worth it. Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Since I'm currently fighting as a mercenary on behalf of the King of Swadia, I'm going to see fit to break my own rules a little bit and recruit any Swadian troops I can from anywhere. We're probably above 50 renown by now, and even if we aren't, as I see it, the king would probably give us some kind of letter of universal recruitment or something, so we could convince people to let us join up, because the king says we're a mercenary working on behalf of him, so yeah. I feel like that's a good justification for being able to recruit from anywhere. I'm keeping that rusty estoc to give to one of my men, I think. The heraldric mail, same purpose. I'll keep those shields, because we still have a couple of companions who do not have shields yet, despite having pretty decent swords. I'd like to fix that. Pitiful amount of money there. Please tell me we have a ransom broker around. We do not. Fucking damn it. I'll have to drag these prisoners with me. And yeah, 55 renown, so even not including the fact we're fighting as a mercenary for the King of Swadia right now, since I've crossed my 50 renown cap, I think it's safe to say that I can now recruit men from anywhere in Swadia. But now I still need to find the damn marshal, so... That's right, the Serenids and Rodoks are at war, so they're fighting each other right now. Which helps me, certainly. Berglin. Good. Yeah. Level, and our Swadian peasant can become a militia. We need to get some more infantry on the ground. And the Nords have declared war on Swadia. Wonderful. Pity, considering the Nords quite liked us before. Lack of food is going to be a problem. So if I can find the marshal soon. For now, head over to Uxel. This guy doesn't like me, so he won't tell me where to find the marshal. As I was saying, head to Uxel and buy a little food. There we go. Quest cancelled. Wait, what? Why would it be cancelled? I don't know, but... Still... The fact that I'm a mercenary gives me ample cause to raid basically anyone who's not the Vagyars or Serenids. And because of reasons related to Rose's backstory, you will of course be well aware she does not like the Khergits very much. The Rhodoks and Swadians have made peace. I guess that's okay. Anyways, I'm now going to head to Khergit territory. Okay. Continue on our journey over to territory of the Khergit Khanate. I've got 7 days of food left. There's a Khergit caravan, and let me see. It's a sizable garrison, definitely bigger than I have. Like, quite a bit, but I'm not really sure at a glance how many of those men are actual veteran forces versus just like raw recruits. But like it would be something of a bad idea to lay siege to it for a couple of reasons. I didn't get to raid them first. That's annoying. Damn it, I want to raid a Khergit village. Long since past time we showed our displeasure towards the Khergits for killing Rose's father. A bunch of money, we did lose a decent number of experienced troops in battle. So that probably has a good deal to do with them. I say a decent number, it was just 7, but I suppose that is a half-decent number of troops. What I'm going to do now, I will save again, just in case things go horribly wrong. And we will take a hostile action, and you know, yeah, we will loot and burn the village. I thought about forcefully recruiting some villagers, but given how much Rose hates the Khergits, I don't think she would be willing to have Khergit soldiers in her force. Not even ones who were recruited at sword point. We will plunder and raze this village. That's right, Peshima. Burn. Burn. Just as they make peace with the Serenids, we burn their village. Hey, no sense bitching about it. You're at war with the people I have a contract to serve. Your villages are fair game. So I will take literally everything they've got. And then we will pull out of Khergit territory. And I'm going to head to Dirim to sell off our newly acquired plunder. My next step, though, I think, is to start buying up land in Praven, because Praven is a very well-defended location, and accumulating some land there would give me a way to make some easy money, even if I do have to go and collect that money in person. It would be a way to make some easy money without having to worry that the source of my investments will come under siege, as Dirim did that one time. In any case, I am going to cut this here. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. For, well, I'm actually not sure what I'm going to do next. Probably going to continue wreaking havoc across the Khergit Khanate, building up my troops' veterancy to the point where I can hopefully take the fight to the Khergits eventually. Because my long-term goal is actually to stop being a mercenary for the Kingdom of Swadia and become a full-on vassal of Swadia. But of course, since we're a woman, we will need to take a castle ourselves in order to achieve that. I have my eye on Rindir Castle, if that ever stops being so defended. Because it's a former Swadian castle, and it's on flat ground, meaning it will be fairly easy for me to take. Since the ground it's located on is quite flat. That'll give me a jumping off point to begin looking at the long-term goal of this campaign, to exterminate the Khergit Khanate. But of course I'm not going to be able to focus entirely on that, because, as I've said, Swadia is basically always at war. As you can see from sovereign relations, they're at war with both the Khergits and the Nords. But that's for the future. For now, we're just building up our forces and training ourselves some veteran troops to be able to eventually take a castle and be a lord in our own right. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.